Hey guys, Don Keating here, Donny Boy 8. I wanted to go over this one here that I had found. There's no team here, there's no referrals or anything like that, so you don't have to join my link or anything like that on this one. But I just wanted to go over this because I think it's really important and it should be part of your investments. It's called Crypto20. It's crypto20.com. It's in ICO right now, but the reason I think it's really great is it is an index fund. So I don't know if you guys ever do any other type of normal mainstream investing where you invest in what's called an index fund, and basically it takes whatever the index is, which is usually you pick, like, you know, the S&P 500 index fund, or energy stock index fund, or utilities index fund, and all it is it takes a bunch of whatever type of fund you picked, whatever type of companies are in that, and it invests a little bit of money over each one, and that's what this does. Now this one is the cryptocurrency fund, and it's taking the top 20 cryptocurrencies, and maybe I'll just let you watch this video. I might explain it better too. Hold on one second.
For the needle in the haystack, just buy the haystack. John C. Bogle, inventor of the index fund. Blockchain technology has grown exponentially since its creation in 2009. The total cryptocurrency market cap is roughly $150 billion. Should you invest? High returns come with high risk and extreme volatility. Bitcoin's market share has dropped. Now altcoins are the majority. There are literally thousands of coins to choose from. So how can one invest in cryptocurrency effectively? Crypto20, the first tokenized crypto-only index fund. Crypto20 will autonomously track the top 20 cryptocurrencies, similar to the S&P 500, which tracks the top 500 US companies. The top 20 coins change over time, so will Crypto20's holdings, mitigating risk and volatility. Index funds with automated trading offer much lower fees than managed funds. They have consistently beaten actively managed funds since their inception, and grew by $375 billion, while actively managed funds shrunk by $308 billion in the same year. So how do you buy the cryptocurrency index? Introducing C20, the token of the Crypto20 fund. Tokens represent an investor's share of the fund. Investors are free to sell or exchange their tokens at any time. There are no exit, broker, or advice fees, with full blockchain transparency, powered by data science, and in a proven fund structure. Instantly owning a diverse cryptocurrency portfolio is now as easy as holding a single token. One token that is linked directly to 20 underlying crypto assets via the smart contract. Invest in cryptocurrency with peace of mind. Token sale opens October 2017.
Okay, I usually don't like playing the videos like that, but I think it explains it pretty well what this is. And again, there's no referrals or anything, it's just something I think you guys might want to look at. And you can read this website of what's going on, and they do have a white paper. I mean, this is as legit as it comes here. There's their roadmap. Let's see, let me look at this fact sheet, maybe that might be good to look at. People in the US may have trouble buying this. I just want to say that. You guys can figure out a way to buy it if you wanted. There is different ways to do that. It is an ICO that's banned in the US for whatever reason. They just don't decide to sell to US people. Obviously I am in the US and I own this, so there is ways around it. And if you want to talk privately about it, that's fine. But they're this is their information. They top 20. This is good to read through. It's pretty well known of what's going to happen, who's involved. Right here is their portfolio at one point, but you can see year to date this would have been up 2,057%. So this is going to be a pretty big thing. You know, a way to actually own a part of every top 20 of the cryptos. So you can see them all listed here. You know, so you're gonna have a portion of all of these. You know, 10% of the fund, right? I mean, this changes like they said, but this is as of August 16th. 10% was Bitcoin, 10% Ethereum, 10% Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, IOTA, Neo, Litecoin, NEM. You guys can read yourself, but you know, and these change depending on what's going on with the markets, and if they drop out of the top 20, I'm sure they won't be in the fund. You know, so it moves around. But I mean, you can see the year to date. If you were in this fund, it just started, I think, pretty sure. But it's still in the ICO right now. But you guys can read this yourself. Like I said, I thought this was good enough to bring to you guys. I know some people think I'm all about referrals and everything else, but I'm really not. I try to do what's best for you guys if I can. Get back to where I'm at. Oh, here we go. Okay. This recording software gets in the way of what I'm doing. You can see, so far it's open. It's going to be open for another 42 days. This isn't one that you have to rush into or anything like that. It's very easy. They're just, you know, collecting money to build their fund and start their investment portfolio. So it's not like they are selling out of coins or anything like that, as far as I know. They have so far sold 5.8 million of C20 tokens, so it's definitely going to take off. And it is going to start, and they have, of course, all the social media and email. This isn't one of those fly-by-night, you know, ICOs that we enter. This is something totally different. Just trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to go over with you guys. Here's all the partners that they have. So here's all the frequently asked questions. It's just based on the Ethereum smart contracts. You can see how to invest. It is based out of the Cayman Islands, and I'm sure it says right here it's for a flexible, tax-neutral, low-cost fund. There are no taxes, or at least they can get rid of a lot of taxes by basing in the Caymans. Let me see if there's anything else I really want to go over. This ICO is going to run till November. Let's see. They're going to be listed on several major exchanges. That's their plan. And they're saying, why not just buy them yourself? Well, convenience, because they're doing it for you and they're changing as needed. Because, you know, the cryptocurrency world is pretty volatile. So you're in the top 20 today, you're not in tomorrow. So they watch. They get volume discounts on the exchanges because of their relationships, and they're buying so much at one time. You only have to hold one asset instead of 20. Rebalancing yourself to make sure one doesn't get overwhelming compared to all the others. They do that automatically. The C20 token itself, if it's very popular, can be worth more than the actual assets themselves, which is, you know, could happen. And it's easy. It's an easy way for people with fiat to buy into cryptos without actually having to own cryptos themselves. So there's a lot of different things going on. You know, you guys can read this. Yeah, it's very interesting, and they, you know, I think they're going to be around a long time. It's just like buying any type of other mutual fund, and you can see if you put in $1,000. Let me try to get this to say 1,000. So sensitive. I'm not going to mess with it. If you put in, let's say here, 1,007. It's close as I can get it. If you put it in June 2016, you put $1,000 in. That $1,000 in this fund would have been worth $27,900. 76% increase, which is pretty ridiculous. And if he's like, oh, screw it, I'll just buy Bitcoin and hold that, well, $1,000 would have been worth 7,800, 682%. I mean, it's still fantastic, but I mean, obviously, big difference here, huge difference. So take it for what it's worth. You know, it's worth looking at, and if you want to put some of it in your portfolio and, you know, put it in as your you know, your base in one of the portfolio, maybe put 10-20%, something like that, of what you're investing into here. I have myself, I opened, I think I ended up with 26,000 into this, so you know, it's a good base, and I think it's going to grow, and it's something that I'm not going to have to worry about the platform or anything like that. It's a good you know, more normal investment, if you wanted to say it, call it that, in the cryptos. So it's going to grow, I have no doubt, and you know, it's going to be volatile because it's based on cryptocurrencies, which are the most volatile investment you can do. So there's going to be days when it's up 20%, days when it's down 20%, but by spreading it out over the top 20 cryptos, that's going to help. And you know, I think in the long run it's going to be great because I have a positive attitude on cryptos in general, and I think they're going to go nowhere but up eventually. There's going to be days where they go down and corrections and things like that. It's not healthy for any market to go straight up without any type of forming any bases and relaxing for a bit. And that's what you see with Bitcoin right now. It went up to what, 5,800, and now it came down to 5,300, 5,400, and I think last time I saw it, it was at like 5,600 again, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's 5,650, so right back to where it was, and that's very healthy for it to sit and form a kind of a base around 55, 5,600. And the longer it sits here and forms this base, the better off it's going to be when it goes up. That the increase is going to be more sustainable. I think it's going to crack 6,000 and stay there for a bit on its way to 10,000. But I am not a financial advisor. You know, take my 2 cents for what it's worth and do what you think is best for you. But I did want to bring this to you. Again, there's no team, so don't be looking for any kind of referral links or anything on this. This is just, I'm bringing this to you, some information that I think would be helpful for you guys. So if you have any questions about it, I'll try to help best I can. The website is very informative, and you guys can always email me as always, donkeat@gmail.com, donkeat@gmail.com. That's the best way to reach me, or feel free to leave a comment below and I will try to respond. Okay, have a great night.